Folks, you know I always have the heavy hitters coming on a NoPixAfterDark podcast. And this guest is a heavy hitter in the Baltimore, Maryland scene. He's a heavy hitter all across the U.S. What I mean, he's everywhere. And to get him on in here in NoPixAfterDark podcast is a blessing because I'm telling you, this guy is busy. When I hit him up, he was in different countries. I'm like, man, we got to figure this out. Let's make it happen. He does so many great things for the community. And he also has one of the best restaurants in Baltimore City. After these messages, you'll hear from Mr.
The NoPixAfterDark podcast is fueled by Zeke's Coffee. Have you tried their coffee yet? I'm telling you, there's something different about it. Maybe it's because they roast their beans in a fluid coffee roaster, which provides the most accurate roasting temperatures and made with love. You will just have to check it out for yourself and try their delicious food while you're at it. Open now for curbside service, online ordering, carry out, and they also do wholesale. Visit Zeke's Coffee at 4719 Hartford Road. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday, 8 to 5 p.m. Kitchen closes at 3 p.m. or visit Zeke'sCoffee.com and you too can be fueled by Zeke's.
Are you or someone you love in need of mental health support? For All Seasons is now offering same-day therapy appointments with no wait list. Through the For All Seasons Open Access program, you can walk in for mental health services and begin therapy in the same visit. For All Seasons accepts all insurances and provides financial assistance if you need it. For therapy, psychiatry, or victim support, we have appointments available today. Call For All Seasons 410-822-1018.
Welcome to the NoPixAfterDark podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Dante. I told you folks, this is going to be a great episode. This season, the last call, we're having all the heavy hitters on here. And this guy is doing so many things. We've been trying to do this interview for the last year. And I finally have him sitting down in front of me, Mr. Carlos Raba. What's going on, sir?
How you doing, man? Thank you for having me. I'm doing great. Busy, like you say.
You're a busy guy,
Hustling.
man.
Trying to hustle, yeah.
And you were the owner of one of the most popular spots, Clavel.
Yes, sir.
In the city.
So I'm a partner.
Yes.
I'm the chef there. A great spot. Yeah, working a lot. I have the nonprofit Guardian. I have Nana coming up. So yeah, man, trying to stay busy.
I love it, man. You've been doing so many great things. I love going to the restaurant. If people don't know, when I did the Vice TV thing, they were like, you got to pick 4 restaurants to go to. What are the 4? And I said, got to go to your restaurant. Got to go to Clavel. Got to go there.
Yeah, you had a good time too.
Oh, we had a great time. You showed us how you made the tortilla.
With Chris.
Oh, my goodness. And with the food was delicious. With Chris.
I know, man.
The food was delicious. We had the margaritas.
That's one of the things I like going to tables. Like I don't remember a lot of stuff. Like I have my short memory is not that good, but I do remember a lot of conversations with people. And then it's one of the things that I enjoy with.
I loved it. I loved it, man.
It's good.
So tell
good
us a little bit about you. Let's get a little bit about you.
So
where are you from? Tell us where you were born, where you raised.
Well, I was born in Mexico City.
Mm-hmm.
My mom is from Sinaloa, the north of Mexico, but she moved to study in Mexico City. I moved to the north when my dad got murdered on a home invasion, and then my mom chose to move to Sinaloa where the family was. So from 3 to 15, 17, I moved between Culiacan and Mazatlan. And then I came to the States as a political refugee with my mother. So a long story, she was a journalist, persecuted. She never remarried, a fighter. She had 5 sisters, so that's where the whole food and stuff come from, because my 2 of the sisters, is 5 of them, my mom and 4 sisters. One of the husbands had a restaurant, so I used to get dropped off there, and I saw my grandmother cooking and my aunts, so that's the whole food scenario. But yeah, I immigrated here when I was 17 to the Montgomery County area. So I went to Blair High School. Yeah, shout out to Blair. And yeah, man, I hustled from there through the industry of food with Whole Foods about 7 years, and then Giant another 7, 8, and then adventured with Lane to open a little green building that nobody had faith on, and then we opened. 9 years almost ago.
Really?
Yeah, man. 8 years. It's going to be 8, 9, yeah. So, yeah, I had my son, Lucas, and he was probably like 9 months, 10 months. Yeah, now we're like, quit everything. Lane was, yeah, let's open it. Like, quit your job. We're going to crush it. I was like, damn. So, yeah, I quit everything, moved the family to the top, and hustle.
So, I mean, there's so many different angles we could have this story in the conversation. I guess one thing that really sticks out to me that you said was, you know, your family, your uncle had the restaurant, and your mom had 4 sisters, so everybody cooked. That's kind of like how I was raised. Like, not, but like it was like family. Everybody cooked. My uncles were the cooks of the family.
Yeah, man.
And my uncle could cook a meal at 2:00 in the morning with like 4 ingredients. And just make it happen, and just make it happen to eat for like 6 of us. And he'd be like, all right, I'll need some chicken, some rice. I'll make my gravy. And he would just make a meal. Is that something you like really just remember, like growing up, like just how you make meals out of nothing? Or
I mean, I see meals as great memories because my family was a family that very, very weird family because we were so close. It was kind of weird because the sisters decided to buy 5 houses on a compound with a pool. And I grew up with my cousins. It was like 16 of us growing up. My uncles used to have the restaurant and they used to come on Friday, start like planning for Saturday carne asada to watch Julio Cesar Chavez fight on the 80s, 90s. Mm-hmm. And they used to go Saturday until Sunday. But they used to do like start with a ceviche, then do carne asada, quesadillas, all the stuff, man. But I did that 8 years, 9 years of my life. My grandparents used to come. All my friends in Culiacan used to join the privada, and it was amazing. Wow. So all that is like I related with memories. I remember the food, but it's like that's the beauty of food. That is like most of the time, probably my dearest memories is with on a plate on a table. So that's how I see it. And then through taste, I think that you see it like, oh, I remember this, and like you start saying, what do I taste? Okay, boom. So yeah, the dishes I see them like that, and then time. Evolution, like I think I have evolved as a business owner, as a person, as a cook, but then it's just when you develop a little bit more of the taste and like you making a film, if you listen to your podcast from 3 years, it's like, oh man, what I was doing.
I don't even listen to it. I don't even listen to anything from 100 below. I won't even listen to it. I refuse to listen to it.
But they are so important because they're the roots, you know what I'm saying? But they are so different because you mature as a person on the task that you're making. So it's like maturity, and I think it has gone a little bit that I seen, and I think I could see it through Clavel when like you see the menus and what I'm doing, and the way that I go now with the menu, like keeping it simple, keeping it traditional, keeping it Mexican, keep it affordable for people to come and enjoy it. So that's one of my drives. Have people enjoying it, drinking,
I love
eating.
It. We'll talk about Clavel in the second part. We'll talk. Yeah. We can't give everybody the first part. They got to listen to the second part of it, but. We'll get to Clavel because we're definitely going to talk about that. We're going to talk about all the things you're into. We're going to talk about the second part. But the other part is that when you moved here, and how hard was it for you to adjust to America when you got here?
Oh, as a teenager, it was hard for me because I mean I had I didn't have any issues, but I had two personalities or like two stuff that was unique. That I was a white Mexican, okay, and then I was an immigrant as well. So when I came to Blair, there was no Mexicans.
No.
And it was like, white people like, no, you're an immigrant. Like, and then that happens.
Right.
Okay. And then Central Americans didn't like as much Mexicans because they crossed Mexico, and then some horrible stuff that happened. So I was like, no, look at the Mexican. And I was like a skateboard kid. So they were like, oh. And so it was kind of hard, but I wrestled and I did sports. I've played football, a lot of football, because I play football in Mexico. I play football from my freshman to my senior on varsity. I came in, I started on varsity. I didn't even know how to talk. They used to put the plates in my arms. Yeah, man. And I wrestled and I focused. I used to go to school from, 7:30 to 2. And then I used to work in Subway across the street, making sandwiches for 3 hours. And then I used to go back and train. And I did that for 3 years.
Wow. So is that something like just going through the process? You get out of high school, you said you worked for Whole Foods for a little bit.
Yeah, I worked for Nordstrom's. I sold shoes in Nordstrom's, and I made a lot of money. That's why I quit college. Yeah.
Really?
Like selling women's and kids shoes. And it was like It was by percentage, commission,
Okay.
and it was me and my brother, no kids. It was just work, full time doing commission and just hustle. I mean, I could sell shoes. So like, I will like, you will come with your kids, and I will tell you, man, there's some beautiful Hermes shoes. They will look good on you. You want to see them? Yeah, bring them to me. So they know to say so.
You hustling though, but I mean, it's like you have a great back day hustling mentality. You knew how to make that sale.
You have to be. I grew up very, very lucky. I had money. I didn't have no money. Well, my family had their needs. They gave us everything we had, and we didn't never need anything that we didn't want. You know what I'm saying? So when I came here, I really want to still develop that and show my family that I can still do it by myself and not be dependent of that. So, I mean, it came with a lot of struggles. I mean, there were a couple of days where I was homeless. I live in a shelter with my mom and my brother in Detroit. So there's a lot of, it's like a book that you go to like a climax and then a settlement and then you go to the end. I mean, I don't read a lot, but my mom was a writer and told me that. But you know what I'm saying? It's like,
no, I love it.
Everything is like, it's roughing up. Like, and that's, I think, what has shaped me to.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you think all that from your past, from working at Nordstrom's, quitting college, working at Whole Foods, Giant, being homeless, not knowing where next meal could possibly something maybe, did that shape you of who you are right now, you think?
Yeah, I think that there are goods and bads about it. You know what I'm saying? Not everything is positive. But yeah, it shaped me up. Jiu-jitsu has helped me a lot, shaping up to the way that I see stuff, because I've been doing it like 16 years is the stuff that I do. You know what I'm saying? So it helped me a lot. Age, okay, my family, I mean, Claudia, my kids, and me getting older. I'm 40, man. I started with Clavel when I was 34, 33. Yeah, man, I was young. And
you were definitely young.
And I'm still as passionate as I was when I was 34. But it's different ways that the passion comes and the way that you see and the way that you get invested into things.
Okay, so folks, when we come back, we're going to talk about Clavel. We're going to talk about the nonprofit that he has with his wife. And we're also talking about how the impact he's making in the Baltimore, Maryland community. Write these messages, folks.
When you give to United Way, your gift could be the first spark of something bigger. It can help someone find, interview for, and get hired for a job, and provide follow-up services for success. It can break down educational barriers and give that extra help to a struggling student with in-school support programs. Give today. Spark something bigger.
Hi, my name is Catherine Womack. I'm a former strategic intelligence officer with the U.S. Navy. I spent the last couple of years at U.S. Cybercom and transitioned from active duty after 15 years into small business ownership. I own and operate a digital marketing agency in the state of Maryland. So a lot of people approach me thinking that digital marketing is simply social media management or maybe doing Google ads or Facebook ads, things like that. But what digital marketing really is an umbrella term for a multitude of tactics to get small businesses found by the people who need them. I personally specialize in search engine optimization, website development with conversion architecture in mind. And what that really means is the people are going to your website and doing the thing you need them to do. And oftentimes it's requesting a quote, an appraisal, things like that. So there's definitely a psychology to website development. And we lean really heavy into the psychology of sales to get people to do the things you need them to do. A lot of times as a business owner, you haven't had the time to think about what your needs really are, what your challenges truly are, the sources of those challenges. I can guarantee you in most cases, it's not simply that you need an ads campaign, and that's where I can add value to your marketing strategy.
Fire.
again, folks, we just heard an amazing story from Mr. Carlos. He just really broke some things down about him growing up and moving to the States. And, you know, he was athletic sports guy. You look at him right now, he's pretty cut right now. You know, I feel like I got to go back to the gym looking at him right now. But just talking about his trial and tribulations he's gone through as a youth and where he is now. We talked a little bit about the famous restaurant. We're going to talk about it now because less people are going to want to hear about you and about how did this all happen with you and Lane? How did you guys meet? Like, tell us about how this transition, how you guys met, and how the one of the best restaurants in the city was born.
Well, I was working. I was working in DC. With Giant Foods.
Okay.
I was remodeling stores for them, and I was doing No Street, and I wasn't too happy how stuff were going on that field. And I had a cousin that had a restaurant in New York, and I was like, man, it'll be cool to open a restaurant in New York. Cabe is my cousin, and he was pretty successful, man, with a little 10-seater. And I was like, he's passionate, so I was like, I want to do something like that. And then Lane came and like, I have a building. He's like, I've been going to this building and sitting and trying to buy the building, and this guy like doesn't want to sell it, but I'm gonna convince him. And get ready because we're gonna open a Mexican. It was gonna be like a bar with a taco place. So I was like, okay, boom. And she was like, one day, hey, building, got it. When are you quitting your job? Come and talk to me. Then I came, had a coffee, and then just quit my job and told my wife, yes, you're doing it. She was like, you have to do it. It's like you cook and how you do stuff, you'll be successful. I was like, okay. So we moved, and then you have to just turn it. I mean, it's you drop everything. We move all the way here, had to sell cars, change the way that we spend because, you know what I'm saying, you open a restaurant.
Right.
So yeah, and then Corky's became Clavel with the hard work of like us. It was like Lane, Matthew, myself, and Lane's family, and just going to work. The dad doing things, I'm doing things. My brother sometimes come in and help, and then hustle. People like the food, and little by little keep pushing it. And evolution, like I told you, Clavel has like probably 3-4 different stages because everybody had one with COVID, you know what I'm saying? So that everybody had like 2 transformations during COVID, you know what I'm saying? All restaurants, I see that they had the first transformation, there was the reaction, and it was the plateau that like, we got it, we can survive, and then it was like getting ready to open up to the new people, and then new people because not everyone was the same. I mean, we all were impacted to some kind of way in COVID, so everybody that works in restaurants has gone through that, and Clavel did it as well too.
You guys, I will say, you had the best. I don't know how long it took you to figure this out. You had the best takeout setup, like the pull up. You pulled up, you called or whatever it was, and they would bring the bag out to you. Number 35. You didn't have to get out your car.
It's so funny.
It was, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, because
that was dope. I thought
it was funny because the way that happens, and I'm going to tell you how this happened. The Clavel crew was in Oaxaca with Lane, I think, before COVID. Or they came back, and she was about to come back, and I think in the Sunday, all the mess happened, and the Monday we started closing, and I was like, what are we gonna do? It's like. I don't want to serve tacos because taco doesn't travel as well. And that taco's like an amount of money that is not enough to not have all the customers coming. So what am I going to do? And I swear in my life that I was never going to serve burritos. And I was like, damn. So I got to portion it up one for like, make it bigger, $13, $14. And I was like, let's start like doing burritos and call it Pisicorre, which is, we used to have a market in Culiacan. In the corner, they used to be called Stop and Run. So you will come, you will stop your car, go to the garage, you will tell the guy what do you want, and then you will tell him to have beer, and they will put it on the cooler, put ice on it, and then we'll get you snacks and whatever you need. So, and then you will go. And I was like, one of the things that night was like, we're going to call it Pisicorre, like Stop and Run.
Yeah, I mean, it was really efficient.
Yeah.
Like, when I mean efficient, you would go, pull your car up.
Open the trunk.
Trunk. Yeah, they would pop the trunk, they would put it in, and they keep on rolling. Like, it was like...
The first day, it was crazy. It was like a line of, like, at the street. It's like crazy because it it was like the same stage that, like, as a business owner and all the restaurateurs, so there's like at the beginning, all the support was huge, you know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 boom. And then it dropped because we didn't know how long this was going to be. So it was a lot of, and then the stimulus checks came and boom, another high rise. You know what I'm saying?
Stimulus checks.
So it was just think about the stress level for everybody, not only like for me, but everybody on the business. It was like, okay, busy, oof, dead again, and then busy, and boom.
I remember because it was a really awkward time because I had reached out to Lane and I said, hey, I would love to have you on the show. And it was like right when COVID was like weird. And she was like, Aaron, I'm sorry. I got to figure out how I get my employees, get them paid. And I was like, I respect that.
Yeah, I mean.
And like I said, I remember that was like her number one thing was like, Aaron, I need to get them paid. I need my employees to make sure I take care of them.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was a huge thing. It's like that everybody went out and went home with a pay. The people that went home, they got paid for a couple of weeks, and that came out of us, and it was just sitting down on the table and coming to an agreement when it was like tough days, very tough days. You know what I'm saying? And that's when all the changes in how we see labor and how we pay people in Clavel and at night. So it's like,
you guys weren't takeout originally, were you?
No.
That's another thing. You guys would never take out.
So yeah, no, we were not takeout. That came from the third building because it was only Corky's and the garage, and then the
third building.
The third building. So
I remember So like, because I mean, right now, I mean, your business right now, your takeout business is pretty big right now, probably, right?
It varies because you want to have a balance.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to have the to-go affect the experience of the person eating a meal and coming to experience the building. So
two different things.
So my focus is always for the person who comes and has the sit down and see the place and have the drinks and because I mean there goes effort for everything the in the decor, the lane puts everything on the food, on the drinks that the team does. We put a thought into it, so it's a good experience. I want people to come and enjoy the food and take it home, but I really want you to come in and enjoy this place because I'm trying to bring my love to my country and the memories that I have to you through the plate, and Lane, her passion through mezcal and Mexico and Oaxaca through her drinks and her team. So
yes, Lord. Let me tell you, everything he's saying right now, my stomach's growling. Because we went there for Vice TV. I remember this like yesterday. You had the ceviche that was some fresh shrimp. I think was it shrimp that you had just gotten?
No, it was the shrimp. Yes, that I went to. We get the shrimp. I get
Mexico,
it from
right?
Altata. I get it from Altata, Sinaloa, which is in where I'm
and
from.
It was rockfish also.
It's our chile rojo, which is delicious.
Let me tell y'all something. I'll pay $100 for that thing. Yo, I ain't gonna say a lot to anybody. That ceviche.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, that's one of the
I would
favorites.
bathe in that. That's how good that
became
is.
A classic. But there were so many things that like that came as the evolution that I from like the family food to me started evolving as a cook, chef, as a person to doing dishes like that or dishes like I have now the one with camote and sweet potato that I nixtamalize the sweet potato. So you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of process, and sometimes it's very frustrating, and then sometimes it's rewarding too when people like the food.
I mean, I like when you guys had the crackling, the pork skins, and the tacos.
Yeah, and it's exciting.
That brought me back from my southern roots. Yeah. There's nothing like having pop, like just eating the taco and having the pork skins and little in there.
Yeah. And it fires me up because you're talking about food. You know what I'm saying? Something that I enjoyed when I was little. It was like my mom used to write a whole. When you open the middle section of the newspaper, it was my mother, the whole thing, and she used to type it Friday and Saturday and drop it off Saturday to be publicized on Sunday without being edited. So she will go, boom. She used to be such a good writer. Wow. Drop it off. So she used to work late night. She used to drop me off with her grandmother. And I like taquerias, but like street taquerias. Like carne asada, like trompo, stuff like that. And right now I have this hunger of like creativity, and I'm doing another project on 1,000.
Okay.
So it's amazing.
I heard. Let's talk about
it's the evolution of like how you see yourself and like how you evolve into what you want to see. Like right now, I want to create a place that like you sit down, you have a taco, and then you go. Like I used to go with my grandmother, sit down, like we want to wait for your mom. I don't want to cook dinner. We're going to go walk 2 blocks, have a taco, and come back. You know what I'm saying? And that neighborhood is like the perfect for that.
It's college, right? College town.
No, but it's also too in a little. I live around there, and then it's like a pocket of a city. You know what I'm saying? That is pretty cool. There are a lot of people are walking and stuff like that, and people are like, are they excited because there used to be restaurants there and they close them. So like I used to walk with my mom and have a sandwich there, and it's so excited that you're gonna make like Mexican food. I'm gonna do rotisserie chickens and stuff like that. So
is that gonna be on York Road?
6901 York. So it's like the old school building.
Ah, okay.
So it's also too, it's how the responsibilities as I evolve too. What I take like the restaurant with Clavel and what the building was very different with like building from the 1920s and trying to bring it back to its beauty. Like it didn't have no windows, it didn't have anything.
Wow.
So I redid the whole inside to a beautiful taqueria.
Yeah.
That I enjoy. You know what I'm saying? It brings me memory of my aunts too, because I did it with colors of like Culiacan and Mazatlan. So yeah, very excited about that. But it goes into the same conversation that we're having, like evolution. Like I never saw myself like expressing myself as I express myself, not only through the restaurant and jiu-jitsu, but also through like feeding people and seeing people enjoy my food.
And let's talk about the nonprofit. Talk about how they all started. Talk about it.
That just.
Let's talk about it. Because I think I want to bring your wife in for that one. I want to interview her for that
please.
one. But give a little sneak.
So
and we'll bring her in for the whole story.
I've been training jiu-jitsu 16 years. I'm a first degree black belt under Vicente Jr. And I did jiu-jitsu in Yamasaki Academy, which is in Rockville, and I have a really good friend, Ben Kovacs.
Okay.
Ben Kovacs believes that every child should have the right to do a martial art, okay? And it's jiu-jitsu. Why? Because the change that does to us that we do jiu-jitsu for many years and to the community that we have in jiu-jitsu. With Guardian, it's an organic relationship because the kids, they don't pay anything. We give them their geese. We also feed them burritos from Clavel when they doing good stuff. So it's they interested about jiu-jitsu. Adults are interested. They don't have to commingle, but they see each other coming in and out. Hey, how you doing? They see them growing. I have kids that they've been there for 3-4 years, and it's sometimes very good seeing them grow and having jiu-jitsu and being able to have a safe environment for them when there's not a lot of places in the city that provides it. So it's very important us as a community just to not only take, but also give, and trying to have the evolution of my restaurant. Now, on the community has to evolve with me, and I think I'm trying to implement that with a nonprofit. It's been open 3 years, and we've seen over 200 kids. We have 65 kids right now, and it's amazing if jiu-jitsu impact me the way that I am and impact the friends that I have, and I can impact a kid since the age of 6, be it, man. And that's what empower. Sometimes it's harder because you see that there is not a good way out from some of the kids through the system of the city. And even if you help them a lot, it's a chance that they will fail. But also I'm creating a community where one of those kids can meet a person that is interested and say, you know what, let me teach you. Let me be your mentor. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what? I've been seeing you for years. Now we have an organic relationship. You're really good at jiu-jitsu. I can roll with you. I have fun with you. They're like, hey, man, what are you interested in? Oh, video. Man, you've trained with the best lawyers. You trained with special forces. You trained with teachers. You trained with professors from Hopkins. You know what I'm saying? The network is amazing. Yes. So you can create a network for the child that you never know who's going to be helping him.
I love everything about that. And then what I would like to do is actually bring the cameras to this studio.
Man, see,
and we'll sit there and just
and
talk.
You see the kids go at it, man.
We'll love to do that. We should do that. We're going to do that.
It's a sport that puts you in positions that no other sport puts you, because somebody's trying to choke you, somebody's trying to break your arm. So the way that they react and the way the brain works and the dopamines and whatever you put in the brain that helps you make the decisions, they develop it and they help them make better decisions, I think. And
I love that.
That's what it did to me.
We're going to have to get you. We want to get your wife Claudia on. We're going to get her on and talk about it.
Yeah, man.
Love
we'll
him.
have Locura. Locura. I mean, we have great teachers. Locura Todd. He's one great guy that cares about kids. I brought him from Rockville. He's been teaching kids for about 12 years.
Okay.
Very passionate. So it's a very different community from Clavel, but it's as strong as the community of Clavel. So it's pretty self-rewarding when you see that.
So you have my word. We will record there starting in 2024. We'll be there.
You'll be welcome to come in there.
We will do
man.
it.
Yeah.
I
We're
told
also
you,
doing yoga. So we do a 70-30 with yoga instructors because they W9, so they donate 30% of their classes and what they make, and then they get paid by us 70% of it. So it's a win-win because they also help in the community with their own work. So we have Justin Temple upstairs, so great people.
I love that you're giving back, and I love that you're giving kids options to learn something new, something to be a part of a family, a community, and I love hearing that about that.
It's important. Yeah.
You have so many things. So when's the restaurant in Towson going to open?
Looking with delays of the historic building, BGE and other malfunctions, probably in a couple of months. I'm looking for 2-3 months. Hopefully by the end of the year we open. Okay. I'm gonna be doing pop-ups because I'm starting doing the menu. So you're gonna see me in Union. I'm gonna do some desserts with the Charmery in the neighborhood. So to give them a little taste and start getting my hands into it and get ready and excited.
Ooh,
man.
I love pop-ups. Let us know. Maybe we can coordinate. We'll coordinate this episode with a pop-up. Maybe.
Yeah, man.
Let's do something like that. And I definitely love what you do. Love everything. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
For coming to hanging out.
Yeah, man.
And where can people find you on the World Wide Web?
I have my Instagram. Yo soy Bebeto. Carlos Raba. Also, I'm always around. Come to Clavel. I'll be there. Come to Guardian. Help Guardian. Help the program. Guardian, Baltimore.org. 501c3. And in York. And 6901 in Nana is going to be amazing for the neighborhood in the city too, in Towson.
I love it. So you can't. I'm not letting you off the hook yet because we have a speed round. We do a speed round. All right.
Yeah.
Ice cream or snowballs?
Ice cream.
What's your favorite flavor?
Strawberry.
Strawberry. Okay. All right. Do hot dogs have ketchup or mustard?
Man, you're gonna put me on the spot.
I gotta put you on the spot.
I gotta say none.
None. You straight up hot dog.
No, I put it my way. I'm gonna sell hot dogs in Nana. It's gonna be dogos. And they're gonna be wrapped in bacon. They're gonna have guacamole, cream on it. They're gonna have some tomatoes, some onions. So, yeah, I go like Sinaloa style.
Okay,
dogo, man.
I'm sold right now. I might just forget about that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, how about this?
I'll make sure you get one. Yeah.
Please, chicken wings, flats or drums?
Oh, I love pulling the flats the correct way, and it comes and it's a beautiful pull. Yeah. I'm gonna say flats.
Blue cheese or ranch?
Blue cheese.
All right, I like the crumbles. I like blue cheese crumbles.
Martini with blue cheese olives.
Oh yeah.
Prime rib. Go sit down and have one.
Now you got me hungry. All right, crab cake or crabs?
Crab cakes or crabs? Crabs. 100%. It's like the whole joint table with your family.
Now this is gonna be a hard one. I know you're gonna, and this is gonna be controversial. You'll probably pass the answer. What is your top 3 items you would say you sell at the restaurant right now?
Top 3 items
that people just love, wouldn't they?
The tacos.
Tacos.
Yeah.
The flame. Is the flaming?
I will say. You see, yeah, but the tacos is the composition of the meats and the veggies and the tortilla.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? As a whole, aguachile verde. Is my favorite. I was going to eat one by myself, and the big torta, man. It's just
What's
the way
that?
A torta is the sandwich, the Mexican sandwich. So underrated. My wife kills for it. I think she will sell one of my kids, like if the
I've never had it though.
Like,
I've never had it though.
Yeah, like if something comes real bad, she will sell one of my kids and like, hey, I want a torta. And like,
I'm gonna have to get it now.
Yeah, man, get cochinita torta. Oof, the best.
I might have to go today. I might slide by today. But no, thank you so much for your time to hang out, and really appreciate you coming on the show. And we're definitely gonna do something at the Guardians and hang out, man. And go and just do a live show there, talking with people and whatnot. I think it's really cool. It's just really get the vibe so people can understand what you guys have going on. So we truly appreciate what you're doing for the community, and we're very happy that You're over in a new spot also, and just sharing your culture and your flavor and your food. We really appreciate that.
Thank you for allowing me. Thank you to the people that come and support.
All right, folks. Love, peace. We're out.